Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. Last time we finished up our business on Footfall. We met with the Lord Inquisitor and he wants us to go to Eufrates 2 to help out the Adeptus Mechanicus that are being invaded by the archenemy, by the Cult of the Final Dawn. So we were on our way to that system when we got a message from our beloved colony of Foulstone. And something's going on here. So we're headed there right now. Let's just jump right into it and save our beloved colony. This is our first colony we ever had, so it's got a special place in our heart. A nearby transport hub has been ravaged by a Drukhari raid. Trade is threatened across the whole region. Wait until the danger has passed. Bolster the trade convoy's escorts. Declare a hunt for the Xenos. Profit factor -2. Wait until the danger passes. Efficiency -1. Bolster the trade convoy's escorts. I'll bolster the escorts. This temporary measure preserves the void ships bound for neighboring systems. Oh, is that it? Oh, well. Okay. I guess that's it. I thought we were going to be like going planet side and doing something. Really, I couldn't have just sent a message. Maybe I could have, and I just didn't realize it. I thought I had to go to the planet physically. Oh well. It's not too big of a deal because we were already passing by it. So, you know, no time lost really. Do any of my other colonies need assistance with anything? You're still building. Darganas cries for help, Lord Captain. Riots over the interpretation of scripture have broken out in several hives across the world. While hunting for the agents of the Cult of the Final Dawn, the Ecclesiarchy began reining in the minor cults, attempting to force upon them the correct adherence to the creed. The commoners whisper of oppression of the minor cults, even daring to claim that the holy pastors have assumed the sole right to speak for the God Emperor. Agents report that the disgruntled are actively negotiating with the wasteland dwellers, the remains of the so-called Brigadier clan, and it seems they are willing to offer their support. The enforcers and the agents of the Ecclesiarchy have been able to curb the rebels so far, but division grows wider by the day. Why are the Brigadiers involved in this as well? A great question, Lord Captain. This group often comes up in the reports from the capital world. I can assume that this is due to the fact that in their now ruined home, Scipion, they used to have a prevalent, more simplistic form of revering the Emperor. The preachers there have been preaching much about the importance of work and the labor community's familial unity, but they mention very little about the importance of order and hierarchy. They have granted their congregation a form of faith that is as simple, cheap, convenient, and functional as their work clothes. And now they seem to think that priests who are swimming in luxury want to take this away from them. Is there any reason to believe that the disturbances are inspired by heretics? Thankfully, no, your ladyship. The rebels zealously oppose heresy, actively fill the ranks of planetary guards with new recruits, regularly outperform quotas, and attend prayer service. The Brigadier clan has been actively involved in uncovering the underground devotees of the ruinous powers, and has discovered 2 large, successfully operating cells. Our agents are quite confident that the likelihood of infiltration by agents from the Cult of the Final Dawn is far less likely than in other segments of the population. Okay, so the enforcers should support the Ecclesiarchy and chase away those half-heretics. Get security in Book of Minor Prayers, but lose 1 complacency. What's this do? The wearer cannot use psychic or navigator powers. Interesting. The wearer suffers minus lore Imperium less % warp damage, and the wearer gains lore Imperium % chance to ignore any effect inflicted by psychic or navigator powers. Interesting. Or the Ecclesiarchy should curb their appetite. They should go fight against dissent, somewhere where it will not end in riots. Complacency up. Patroness of cults. All allies gain 15 lore Imperium. That's pretty good. Let's hear what my advisors have to say, though. Small deviances in the creed give birth to large ones, and the large ones to heresy. The basis of our beliefs lie in the absolute trust of those above us, and if their beliefs push them toward revolt, that means that these tenets have been wicked from the very beginning, but does not make the priests wicked. They could simply have been misguided. Pass them into the ecclesiarchy's care for re-education, so that they may see the truth and guarantee their flock's obedience. Okay. So I can re-educate him. Ooh, Drusian's 5,000 rep. Or do we want the plus 15? It is plus 15, right? That's a lot of lore Imperium. Do I need rep with the Drusians still? Oh, shit. I wish I could check. Oh, no. I don't know if I need rep with the Drusians. Shit. I don't really like the idea of re-education, but he does make a point, right? I don't know. I mean, small deviances give birth to larger ones. And those large ones to heresy. I mean, that's quite a few steps to go before we get to heresy, right? Like, we could always cut them off at them going to larger deviances. And then even if we let them go to larger deviances, we can cut them off once they get to heresy. I mean, once they get to heresy, I guess that's pretty dangerous for the population. But we can still cut them off once they get to large deviances. We're going to trust my seneschal. Detain the priests of these troublemakers and send them to be re-educated. Good. The hostages will keep their flock from making rash decisions. The enforcers firmly disperse the crowds with shock batons and choke gas. They burst into the chapels of the condemned cults, beat the acolytes, smashed any sacred symbols deemed unorthodox, and smothered the dangerous embers of spiritual disunion looming over the planet. The relics that were not an affront to the God Emperor were confiscated. The disobedient pastors were shackled and brought into the sanctuaries of the ecclesiarchy to learn the true meaning of the creed through humility and obedience. Their flock, intimidated by unspoken threats of violent reprisals against their spiritual leaders, have since calmed down. Well, that's pretty good. We got all of that stuff. That's good. And that unlocked Bastion, which now we get to choose one of these. We got the Scola Progenium, a new entry in the annals of Darganis, the fate of the millions of orphans whose parents fell in the fire that gripped the expanse. You get Loyalist Garb. If the wearer has not moved during their turn, their cover efficiencies are increased by 20% for 1 round. If the wearer moves at least 3 cells per turn, they gain 20% dodge for 1 round. Okay. -5 profit factor. Whole bunch of efficiency and security for all colonies and 21 people. Or a society of cartographers. Cartography is pretty awesome. There was a time where I thought it'd be fun to be a cartographer as like a career. And then I realized I had trouble saying the word. What's new? A new entry in the annals of Darganis begins with provision of patronage to all fearless conquerors of the expanse. We get Woebringer. And 12,000 rep with the Navy, so we're probably going to go with this one. This weapon has an additional shove attack that pushes enemies away. If an enemy cannot be pushed, the wielder is pushed away instead. This attack deals an additional wielder plus wielder's agility bonus and damage. It is a Drakari weapon though, so only I'd be able to use it. So that's a little bit unfortunate. A blade found on a drifting ship whose crew had been slaughtered by mysterious Xenos. Holding its hilt braided with warm, still-living skin, your ears ring with the lamentations of the dying. Librarium. This gets Casbalica mission rep. What are we missing here? Xenotech? A new entry in the annals of Darganis, the foundation of a vast repository of secrets and knowledge. Only the aristocracy in the highest ranks with access to its halls. Echo of Victory. Whenever the wearer attacks any target in a 5-cell radius around them with a ranged weapon, this attack deals 10 plus armor penetration divided by 3% more damage. That could be potentially good for Both Heinrich and Ulfar. Because they attack pretty close with melee ranges and with ranged weapons a lot. Draw the Xenotech. Casbalic emission's also good. Can I have to go to What's-His-Face to know... Do I have to go to What's-His-Face to know my reputation? No, I can go here. Okay, so I wasn't capped on Drussian XP, so that's good. It's Explorators and Casbalic emission that I'm capped on. Okay, so that means I don't need to get the Casbalica rep that I was going for. And was that 12,000 rep with the Navy? So that will get us to the next rank in the Navy. Okay, so that's the one we're going to go for. We get this sword, which I guess isn't the best thing to get, but, you know, it's alright. I mean, all this stuff is good, actually. Phlogiston, we're really low on that, aren't we? Yeah, so that's actually great. Go ahead and grab that. Alright, Vabos 6. Dreamless, efficiency +2. What are we missing here? Fellowship of the Void needs to be higher. Xenos Intoxicants. And here, reputation with the Drussians. Alright. Needs to be 60,000. What's it at right now? Are we even close? We're not too far away. Another 6,000 we need for that. Okay. And you, we can get Moving World. We might as well get this. We have the Phlogiston now. So that's good. Security and efficiency up for this. Yeah. Grab it. Okay. The Xenotech. What does this need for that? It is Xenos Intoxicants. Where do I get that at? Is that something I can't get anymore? Oh. Terrible news from Darganis, your ladyship. Your vigilant servants have discovered an abscess of treachery on your world. One that has grown far too large and could rupture at any moment. The informants report that the group known as the Brigadier Clan is actually a cover for a horrendous cult of genetic degenerates who currently have their people in every echelon of the hive. They are traitors to the purity of humanity, traitors to the creed, rebels and heretics. Oh man. What exactly did my people find out? One tenacious clerk from the administratum had questioned the authenticity of the reports coming from the ruins of Scipion 84249. He personally attended the debris removal and entered the lower levels of the fallen hive. There he discovered signs that proved Scipion to be infected by the Gene Plague. Thousands of corpses of the extra-armed degenerates had been buried in a mass grave. He had also found the remains of Achilles Scalender's people. Oh. It seems that they had noticed the signs of corruption, and the traitors, aiming to cover up their crimes, buried their misdeeds under the ruins of the hive. On the way back, the clerk's transport was destroyed, but he miraculously managed to survive. Now the heretics think that they have covered their tracks once more, and so they continue their plots, oblivious and unprepared for our attack. What is this mutant plague that has affected our capital? A horrendous distortion of the human image. It seems that they spread their poison by biting and enslaving the victims. Some of them are indistinguishable from normal humans, while others are disgustingly ugly. The heretics hide them away from prying eyes. They seem to be connected by a common consciousness and are absolutely loyal to the despicable cult. The astropathic choirmaster of Darganis has suggested that the cult may be behind the extermination of the psychers on the planet. He can sense the ghost of a powerful consciousness of some sort. The astropaths that we have forced to serve on Darganis are afraid. They do not wish to become a living shield if the enemy launches another psi assault at us. I'm afraid that this line in our defense is quite fragile. The Brigadier Clan is a cover for this disgusting cult? Indeed. They have probably started to recruit the workers. It is easy to get lost among them, disguising themselves as technomats. They gained a cover for their secret operations and infiltration into the upper echelons of power. Each crisis allowed them to gain our trust and receive our resources. And the most despicable of all is that they have corrupted our beliefs as well. They revere the God Emperor in the image of a four-armed abomination. Their prayers are full of hatred toward those in power and promises of a reckoning when this dreadful deity will come and equate them with their oppressors. With us, that is. Many fools and troublemakers have fallen for their lies. Praise be, it was wise not to let them into the hives on pain of death. Scurrying through the wasteland, they could only recruit the vandals dwelling there, and very few of the cult's cells are poisoned or positioned inside the hives. That's good. The suppression of the minor cults dealt them a harsh blow, also good. By returning the flock to a loyal stable, we have cut down the possible amount of the new recruits. Heinrichs, what are those mutants? They are called gene stealers. And they are not simple mutants. They are a Xenos plague that breeds inside the human brain, forever distorting their genetic makeup and enslaving them to the brood. This is much more threatening than the Drakari fleet that ravaged the capital earlier. If they are Dragonis, then they will try to overtake the entire planet sooner or later. What forces do they have at their disposal? The heretics mostly consist of workers, but some have infiltrated the guard as well. Their weapons are primarily made by repurposing industrial machinery. The cultists are fearless and will readily sacrifice themselves for the sake of their common goal. But the worst part is their psychic threat. We cannot even begin to gauge it. Some of the engine vandals could be infected by this plague, but most of them are more likely to come to our aid. They are too used to eating out of your ladyship's hands to bite it. We have to act. Absolutely right. It is impossible to negotiate with the degenerates. Our only option is to completely annihilate them. We should start from the top. Should we attack decisively and quick, or should we expose ourselves by bringing our heavy weapons into the capital and gain an advantage in firepower? To quietly eliminate their leaders, or to hit the infected territories and cleanse them of traitors? Imogene, raise the people to battle and publicly proclaim war. Tell the people that the heretics are hiding among them, and the millions of loyal subjects will grind the thousands of traitors to dust. May Darganas cleanse itself of this filth. That seems like a bad idea. The cleansing should be thorough. Ever since the Xeno scum attacked your world, the wrecks of downed ships float everywhere in the orbit. Connect them with your ships and send them flying toward the nests of this spawn, trying to encroach on your domain. Since all of them are linked by a common will, we could start by launching our attack there. If the astropathic choir could drown out the voice of the brood, we would be able to launch a sudden strike and act quickly enough before the enemy would be able to restore cohesion and inform each other of the assault. Okay. So we can go with Argenta's plan. Argenta is right. We will announce an internal enemy to the people. They should come to the aid of the enforcers who will be attacking in full force. My main concern with that is, I don't know, setting the mob on its own people seems like just like a horrible idea. Heinrichs prepare a plan for a psychic attack. After that, we shall launch a surprise assault on the cult's headquarters. This one seems pretty smart, but it's unlikely to succeed. We shall make this quick and quiet. You get rid of the leaders first. Okay. Or demolition. I like Ulfar's plan. We shall do as the Emperor's angel said. Let us crush the infected sectors from the orbit. I'm going to go with this one, because I don't really like the mob rule one. These two don't seem like they're going to work. And this one does seem like it's going to work. And I kind of like the show's strength. Plus its demolition, which I'm good at. Ha! How I would enjoy seeing the carcasses of the spacecraft burn in the atmosphere and come crashing down on the heads of these miserable heretics. The wreckages of the downed ships had come crashing down in great flames, an impressive demonstration of the strength and power of the rogue trader who turned the sky itself against her enemies. I like it. Thankfully, there were much fewer cult shelters in the hives than expected. Losses were relatively small on a planetary scale. Raging fires incinerated the shrines of the heretics, and the enforcers followed behind the searing walls, finishing the job in a quick and bloody fashion. Only one thing made the rogue trader's servants feel a sense of unease. Inside the cult's main temple, They found a hatchery for some grotesquely enormous monster. It was empty. They did not find the beast. If the Emperor had been merciful to Dragonus, then the monster had perished in the fires that had engulfed the hives during that cycle. Tainted phylactery. The wielder gains plus lore Xenos divided by 3% critical hit chance against Xenos. Okay. And then we get all this stuff too. Very nice. Okay. So Dragonus is done. I can't get any of you, right? Right. The one I want, though, from this group. Probably this one. Repentance for the Loss. Palaces for the Outcast sounds kind of cool. Raider Base, probably not. But anyway, we were looking for a specific thing, right? But where is that specific thing? This, Xenos Intoxicant, is what we need. But it's locked. I think we could probably get it now, though. Maybe? It's not telling me why it's locked. We have this stuff, so maybe it's just because I'm making something. Okay, so we could get Xenos Intoxicant. And this is all for Vabos 6, I think. Moving World has been acquired. And that's everything for you. Yeah, that would be for Palaces for the Outcasts. Okay, what does this do? The frontier of the Expanse, outcasts and exiles will find peace and tranquility here in the right conditions. This gives us this. I get 10 intelligence, and fellowship, and willpower. Yeah, that sounds like the way to go. Voice of Paduvian. This would be a good weapon for Abelard, though. And it does give us Drussian rep, which is good. This gives us 7 profit factor. Fellowship of the Void. That's the one we do need, isn't it? A quiet haven, especially for the Expanse's pirates. It is time to capitalize on this. Freedom and vengeance. Whenever the wearer performs a non-burst attack with a pistol, that attack pushes the enemy by 2 cells. If the wearer kills the enemy with a pistol attack, they immediately reload it. Each pistol reload grants 5% critical hit chance for pistol attacks. How long does that last for? Okay, but yeah, so... Oh man, this one's probably the best reward. But this might be useful. It's a bit of a shame that this doesn't do more. It seems kind of weak. I mean, it's a strong sword, but... The glorious blade... This glorious blade is forged from the wreckage of the great bell of the shrine world Paduvian, whose formidable voice rang out with implacable zeal, but was silenced when the vile dogs of Urulon the Cruel consigned Paduvian to the flame. We'll have to think about that one. Alright, let's head out to this planet, or this system. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the servants of the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message on the House Orsilio data slate, hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolytes of the cult Mechanicus are performing the rites to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do? Display the message on the screen right now. This will not end well. Destroy the data slate. I am no longer interested in the affairs of House Orsilio. Display it. The calm bead echoes with a furious clicking of Victus's augmented fingers. A few moments later, the vid screen of your cogitator shows the recording through a wall of static. Rogue Trader, you hardly know me, but I am well informed of your deeds. A well-built young man adjusts his silk headband embellished with the symbol of the Navis Nobilite. My name is irrelevant, for as long as the cursed child continues to live and breathe, no one in House Orsilio is safe. I know what Master Felek and Lady Elena Hateria had to do at Uric 5 and in your palace. I understand your anger. House Orsilio deeply apologizes for these incidents. The navigator tiredly closes his eyes. I presume you already know that House Orsilio will be holding a grand council in the depths of that accursed Atlas very soon. And we cannot ignore the call. for we are bound to it against our will. I am also aware that you enjoy great influence over the cursed child. Convince her to reject the Atlas, break the centuries-old shackles binding our house, crush Tissaphenes' tyranny under her foot, or simply kill her. I do not care. I am not going to lie, we are unlikely to become good friends, but House Orselio values true allies like no other. The true House Orselio, that is, and not these lunatic zealots of the Regent. To assure you my offer is not vain, I will be the first to extend my hand in gesture of goodwill, a gratuitous gift to the von Valancius dynasty. You will find it among the stars of Martianus, an emerald clutched in the storm's embrace. Heed our head, let read, and winsful then. The vid recording cuts short, and you hear the Vox Master's voice in your calm beat. I'm very sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omnissiah could no longer restrain the machine's spirit's hunger. I hope you were able to see the vid's message through to the end. Well, no. 5 profit factor gained. Awesome. Yeah, no quest is opening up for that, so I hope I'm not, like, just expected to go there. Alright, next planet. Dangerous colony event requires the Lord Captain's attention. On Darganis. Okay, so, yeah, I do have to go to the colonized world. Alright. Well, that's where we're headed then. Uh-oh. And a whole bunch of shit's going off. Imogene, how wonderful it is that I have found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. Your efforts are lacking. I suggest you try harder, because my patience is bound to run out eventually. Was there anything you wish to tell me? I think she's done well. I'm gonna commend her. I came to deliver good tidings. I've spoken with the House's navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in its midst, House Orselio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Yorick 5 and the resolution of the conflict at the Darganis reception. Not all Orselios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the House's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowering her eyes, and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I am going mad. For you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tissaphenes Orselio, the House's previous Novator. I have seen Tissaphenes' experiments, the one that involved the navigators from the Sethala branch, which she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Sethalas helped Tissaphenes create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No. I know I can find the way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tissaphenes' journey from my visions. A real palace, not the psychophysical illusion to which the Orselio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. I have been informed that House Orselio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? What makes you so sure that you will find the way to this physical manifestation of the Atlas? What else did your visions tell you? Has the warp twisted your mind? How can you trust visions of such dubious origin? should you not wait until after the Grand Council? I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now. Voices calling and cursing my name. And the more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become, and the louder the voices grow. And the further my powers wane. I am certain that all of the house is experiencing the same, for all of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Roselio is doomed to perish in darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And that reason, I believe it is hidden somewhere in the visions of Tisiphone. What makes you so sure that you will find this physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisiphone's experience. Wait, damn it. I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream. Just like my vision came to me on our travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tisiphone gathered the Sethalas, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Sethalas sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Roselio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Roselio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Imogen, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me to Tisiphone's wake, to the distant stars. And why, pray tell, should I go on this suicidal escapade to throne knows where? I shall help you. I have had enough of these navigator troubles. These are your house's matters to deal with, and I no longer wish to have anything to do with them. Of course I'll help you. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree even to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origin. And I do not wish to see House Roselio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our pasts on my own. If you wish to show the house your strength and undauntable spirit, invite the renegades to be the first to touch the secrets of the Atlas they loathe so much. You are standing on the cusp of a great discovery for all of House Roselio. Inviting the regent seems like the sensible thing to do. Then it's best that we go alone. I'm going to say go alone. I'm going to trust her. I don't know if it's what Imogen would do, but this is her choice, right? If we are, mentoring her in the role of leadership, right? I think, especially with the Grand Council coming up and everything that might entail, she needs to have the opportunity to make decisions on her own without me interfering. Then it is best that we go alone. Cassia's shoulders relax a little. Thank you for your understanding, Rogue Trader. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to her ruby eyes widen in astonishment. The Roselio prophecy system. Odd, that. Could it be that the historical records are lying? And, Kaylene Roselio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the system for which Tisiphone embarked on her journey, and we were going to follow in her long-forgotten footsteps. Okay. Now that is another quest that we have to do. The Price of Power. Is this a time thing? Probably. Probably should be, but I'm sure I'll be fine, right? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Kuranos Expanse map. Who knows, maybe it'll be on the way. That'll be nice. Okay. So where is this this one that we're looking for. So that's the main quest. Are they both there? Smaragdus Mundus. Where's that at? Am I blind? Is it where I'm at right now? Unforeseen event. I wonder what that is. Maybe we should go in there and see. You have no idea where this place is. Unless it is this place. But no, it's the crossroads of 100 dreams. There's apparently an event over here, though. Let's check it out. According to the ancient chronicles and maps handed to you by the Pilgrim, this icy planet used to be a prosperous imperial colony. However, a sharp change in its trajectory brought upon by the warp anomaly raging in the system caused the world to distance itself from the local star. In less than a decade, the planet's surface was completely encased in ice, sealing a wealth of machines and artifacts of the Imperium inside the glacial tomb. Scan the planet. Magos Hanuman made a logical statement. Unverified information received from a nameless individual is likely to prove false. However, the factual evidence pointing to the authenticity of the ancient documents allows one to assume that the rogue trader's augurs are not powerful enough to perform a more thorough scanning of the frozen world. Okay. Scan the planet using augmented augur components. It looks like the Pilgrim's records were true. Your augurs managed to locate the shapes of several imperial buildings under layers of snow and ice, though one can only guess what purpose they used to serve. Develop a plan for changing the planet's climate without support from the Imperium. After deliberating, the senior officers unanimously decided that only the Adeptus Mechanicus possessed the technologies required for a project of such a massive scale. The rogue trader should contact their representatives in the Kronos Expanse and secure future cooperation. Okay, how do I do that? Melting the ice. The rogue trader has turned to the sublime minds of the Magi Explorators. May they employ the blessed machines of the Adeptus Mechanicus to melt the centuries-old layer of ice encasing a lost and forgotten imperial world. What would be an unbearable burden for a commoner is just another task for a servant of the Omnissiah. The Explorators offer prayers to the machine spirits as they prepare for this unorthodox planetary scale mission. Okay. Do it. You melted the ice planet achievement. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, does nothing happen? Okay. I don't know if maybe we have to come back later. I wonder how many of those there are around the systems. I want to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, huh? Alright, let's go up here. Alright, so do I have to be like at the planet? No, so not even hovering above the system. Konrad Voigtveer has made a new appearance. This time he's behind an organization of secret societies devoted to discussing forbidden knowledge. Quietly eliminate the secret societies. Send spies to the secret societies. Publicly execute all members of the society. Yeah, no messing around. Execute them. Conrad's followers bellowed their blasphemies from atop the gallows, striking fear into the hearts of the audience. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well. That was quick. That one was a little... not really worth my time, to be honest. Like having me fly all the way out here. Okay. Well, nothing else going on. Let's make our way down where we're supposed to be going now. Because I don't know, maybe we just haven't found the system for Cassia's quest. Maybe it's down here. We gotta discover it still. Artificial objects detected. Oh, I think we've been there before. I think. Trying to warp there. Warp there. Alright, and then warp down here. Okay. And now we're gonna go here. We'll make it a little safer. And warp. One of the macro cannon clans has sounded the alarm. The bay's ventilation systems have brought in the miasmas of some terrible disease that is killing dozens by the minute. Even more horrifying, the dead are rising to their feet and attacking the living, while some of the corpses are losing their human form altogether, turning into unspeakable warp beasts. It would be suicide for the troops to storm the bay. Only the fearless Lord Captain and her retinue can stop this plight. Well, I will do that. I will do this thing. So, just out of curiosity, and one of you might have already answered this by now. Is Jay gone forever? Did I, like, fuck up her quests? Is she gone? Did I miss something? It seems kind of odd that she's just vanished.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Come to chaos!
Come to chaos. Indeed. Oh, you guys are taking up all the good spots. Actually, I'll put you two on this side. Ulfar will take up this spot. Cassie, can you reach this? No. So you'd have to be... or maybe I'll put you, like, right here. Pascal up here. Alright, start the battle. Pascal, go ahead and machine commune. Right there, I guess. Really, I can't? Okay. Shoot them. Lovely. Put that there. Put the back line here. I wish I could rotate these better. Or at all. And then this line over here. Analyze him. We're good. Alright, Cassia. Have you come up here. And first things first. Are these all there is? Like just this group? Okay, that's actually not that difficult. Go ahead and do that.
Now you're clad in scarlet.
Lovely. And then do this in the back here. And then finish this guy off.
Isn't this a job for the...
Ah, more are coming. Okay. I was a little worried there.
I'm not accustomed.
Touch of anger.
Death to the weak.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Go ahead and give Ulfar a turn.
In the name of House Orsellian, I shall prevail.
Ulfar, move up there. Rapid fire.
It shall be. Wolves rage.
Concentrated fire. Fire. Good, good, good. Do it again, but over here. Okay. Go ahead and charge this guy.
None can do this better than a warrior of the Allfather.
What? Alright, we'll kick him.
I will cut roots out of your bones.
Oh yeah, we can throw a grenade for free, right? Right on these guys.
Disgrace.
Go ahead and run and gun. And
The wolf is
not worried about those guys at all. They can't do anything to hurt me.
wolves. I will cut roots out of your bones.
Okay. I think that's good. Oh, look, you get to go again. Go ahead and do same stuff.
See how the wolf succeeds. Wolves are in disgrace.
Oh, more are coming. Hello, all. Welcome to the party.
None can do.
Kick him dead. So then to come out, can make it one additional attack each turn. Okay. I could get another attack here. Do it.
The foe will be torn asunder. Wolves.
God damn. It's insane. Insane amount of damage.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Alright, well, Imogene, after that showing, I expect you to do amazing here.
I will triumph. I need no guidance.
Okay. Take him down.
Purpose guides me. Satisfying demise.
Good. Take him down. Go and lay a trap right about here. Yeah, right there's good. Go and run a gun. that was a mistake. I might as well move, I guess. Ah, no, you're good. Well, whatever. Hot on the trail of that guy.
Break them around.
Good damage there. Perfect. I feel like they should be not going on this turn. That seems a bit unfair. Alright, Abelard. Come on in.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Sworn enemy.
Indeed.
Reckless strike.
Will be done.
Charge him.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Okay. Go ahead and do one of these yells right here. Get those 3 on you. Defensive stance.
Victory is imminent.
I bring ruin.
They just can't hit him. It's unfortunate for him. For them, rather. Alright, move up here. Kill him.
Naturally.
Yeah.
For the thrones, I'm done with this one.
Do that. You might hit Heinrichs, but
Let's see to it. Your reckoning is due.
there we go.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, come on, dude. You could have killed him. You got it. Who are you gonna shoot at? Okay, good shot, good shot.
Chaos guides me.
Follow my lead.
Following your lead, following your lead. Okay, you can't hit anything. Whoa!
Weapon at the ready.
Come on, guys. You're better than that. Gotta train my soldiers a little better, it looks like. Alright, go ahead. Kill him. That gives Imogene a turn. I don't think I can do that on anybody. I'm gonna revel in the slaughter. And I don't think it's gonna get to this point, but put a trap down there. Yeah, kill that guy. And then Cassier should be able to come down here and finish this the guy off
Tones of military tactics.
with one of those. There we go. Ooh, a lot of bodies.
When Fenris is in battle, oceans bleed.
Take it all. Okay. We have gotten pretty damn strong, I will say. Ulfar was insane there. Oh, he's so good. He's so strong. Wish I could have my player character be him. That wasn't an option, was it? To be a Space Wolf? I don't think so. Or just a Space Marine. Are those all... Are those Space Marines? Are Space Marines all like that? New routes. Oh. That's the place, isn't it? I guess we're here. This isn't gonna like... This isn't a point of no return or anything, is it? I think... I'm trying to remember if they typically tell us if it's a point of no return. I think they do, But that's where Cassie needs to go, right? Was that there the whole time and I just missed it? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't travel there. Surely we're not going to have another thing. Good. Does that give us a path here? It doesn't. Well, damn. Well, I guess we might as well visit this while we're here. Okay. Let's check these planets out. Begin scan. Ooh. 5 promethium, we'll take it. And an ice world. We go down to the surface. Okay, let's check it out. Shard of the holy world. Interesting. So is it like an abandoned colony? I guess we'll find out in a moment. Although I do think we're probably going to explore this on the next episode, but let's see.
Is my observance.
Okay. Got a lot of bodies. And a trap right at the start. It's never a good sign. Got goods, though. Alright, well, we are going to end the episode here, guys. And the next episode, we'll explore this system and this planet. Before we go and do the Euphrates 2 planet and everything that is there. And hopefully it doesn't like... I kind of feel like we should go back and do Cassia's quest first. I'll have a good think of it. Or think about it before I make a decision. Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. I'll just look up with their points of no return. Or their time things. What's going on here? Oh, nothing. Okay. Until the next episode, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.